There are so many players right now that are dropping for the Los Angeles Lakers when it comes to COVID protocols, and Rob Pelinka was quick to act to, of course, adjust the roster to stay competitive. The Lakers so far have lost Russell Westbrook, Avery Bradley, Talon Horton-Tucker, Dwight Howard, and Malik Monk, and with that being said, they are very short-handed at the backcourt position. And oh boy, did we get amazing news today. We got news that the Lakers are bringing back Isaiah Thomas, IT, former Laker, former NBA All-Star, NBA veteran. For this video, we're going to be talking about Isaiah Thomas, talking about his contract, talking about why I believe the Lakers signing him was a good move, and of course, ultimately, how he helps the Lakers. Just a quick side note, I'm super happy for Isaiah Thomas, super proud of him. I was waiting for this day. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of Easy Buckets. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Soom and I make basketball videos every single day. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications to not miss any of my upcoming videos. If you watched this video and you loved it, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. It would help with the channel a lot. But without wasting any more time, let's talk about Isaiah Thomas.
These niggas gave up on me. They gave up on me.
That's what it's called.
When this video first came out, I'm gonna be honest, I genuinely felt very bad for IT. This video came out last year, but when you look back at IT's career, when you go to 2016 and 2017, Isaiah Thomas was at the top of the NBA. He was making the All-Star team, almost led the league in points per game, and it kinda sucked that an injury made his career go downhill. The conversation about longevity and staying healthy in the NBA, honestly, Isaiah Thomas is the perfect example of how sometimes an injury could literally ruin your career, or if anything, be a huge setback. But what I respect most about IT is that he never gave up. Even though the NBA, quote unquote, gave up on him, he still worked hard. He still tried his best and tried to stay relevant. And with that being said, we got news today from Shams that veteran guard Isaiah Thomas is back in the NBA as he's expected to sign a 10-day contract under the hardship exemption with the Los Angeles Lakers, according to Shams of The Athletic. This is incredible news for IT fans. He's actually making an NBA return. Isaiah Thomas right now is 32 years old. He's in his prime in my opinion and has played 10 years in the NBA. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, his best years was in 2016 and 2017 when he was in the green and white, playing for the Boston Celtics. A fun fact to note is that in the 2018 NBA season, Isaiah Thomas actually played 17 games for the Lakers. So with IT coming back, it brings some Laker fans that nostalgic feeling. Ever since then, Isaiah Thomas just bounced around the league, playing for multiple teams there and there. He played for the Pelicans, he even played for the Denver Nuggets, and then of course over the past year has not had a true opportunity to play for an NBA squad. The story of Isaiah Thomas gets better because a few days ago, we got news that Isaiah Thomas is gonna debut in the G League. And guess what Isaiah Thomas did in the debut? Isaiah Thomas scored 42 points. Oh boy, 42 points for the Grand Rapids Gold. But of course, he ended up losing in the first game. His stat line was 42 points, 6 rebounds, and 8 assists, but also 2 steals. And if you watched the game, you knew Isaiah Thomas was locked in. He wanted to show the NBA and the scouts out there that he deserves an NBA roster spot. During this past offseason, Isaiah Thomas actually had a workout with the Lakers, and them signing him now to a 10-day contract must mean he did well in that summer workout to of course get an opportunity now. So now the Lakers have Isaiah Thomas for 10 days. Of course, after the 10 days, he can sign another 10 days or of course sign a veteran's minimum deal. So now Isaiah Thomas has to once again prove himself if he wants to stay. So how does Isaiah Thomas help the Lakers? This is my thoughts. The first way is pretty obvious. Right now, the Lakers don't have any backcourt players. They have no Russell Westbrook. They literally have no Malik Monk, no Tyler Horton-Tucker. The only available backcourt players they have is Rondo, Austin Reeves, and of course now Isaiah Thomas. And I do believe out of those three players, Isaiah Thomas has the most experience when it comes to scoring. And with the Lakers losing Russell Westbrook, a 20 points per game scorer, we're going to see Isaiah Thomas be very aggressive off the bench, or even if he ends up starting for the Lakers, to be a scoring spark plug, of course behind LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Another thing that Isaiah Thomas brings to the table is having a chip on his shoulder. He knows that this is his time to shine. He's in the bright lights of LA, and of course he does not want to mess up. And with that being said, he's going to come in giving 100%. He's going to do more than expected, and of course hopefully win Frank Vogel's trust and potentially Rob Pelinka and LeBron's trust again. Of course, the biggest flaw about Isaiah Thomas is his defensive liability. Simply because of his size, Isaiah Thomas is very small compared to other NBA players. But of course, during the G League debut, if you watch the game, you can tell he's trying his best to keep up and do what he can to be more of a physical perimeter defender. Isaiah Thomas has guts, he has heart, and has the perseverance attitude. And that's what I believe is going to be very important, especially for the Lakers right now, trying to get out of a slump. There are a lot of people asking right now, will Isaiah Thomas actually be the starting point guard? And if I'm going to give you a real-time answer, I think there is a big-time possibility. Right now, the starting point guard of Russell Westbrook is not available. Even Malik Monk, even Tyler Horton-Tucker. That is three potential players that could potentially start at the point guard position. And of course, right now with all three of them out, I don't know. I think Isaiah Thomas could have a good chance. Of course, the other option is Rajon Rondo being the starting point guard. In my opinion, that might be more likely because, of course, Frank Vogel trusts Rondo. But with Rondo and LeBron James both being very pass-first players, maybe getting IT, somebody that wants to come in and just score the basketball, might be something Frank Vogel might be going for, of course, in these upcoming games. Because in the next 10 days, Isaiah Thomas has 4 chances to play. 4 games where Isaiah Thomas can show up and, of course, show the world that he deserves an NBA roster spot. So now the question is, do you guys believe Isaiah Thomas will get another opportunity, maybe re-sign another 10-day contract, or if anything, end up on the final roster for the Lakers? What are your thoughts on this, guys? I do believe Isaiah Thomas is going to do whatever he can to stay. He's going to try his best in practice. He's going to put up 110%. So of course, let's hope for the best for IT. I'm super glad you are back in the NBA. So yes, guys, this wraps up my video today, talking about the Lakers officially signing IT. What's most important to me is I want to know your thoughts. Do you believe this was a good signing, or do you believe the Lakers could have targeted somebody else? Put your thoughts down in the comments below. But other than that, take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you all next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!